I've generated 347 home buyer leads for one mortgage broker in New Jersey at an average cost of $1.67 so far this year. I'm going to show you exactly how we've done that. I'm Nick Carpenter. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Like I said, we're going to talk about how to generate home buyer leads, mortgage leads using Facebook and Instagram ads. This is so simple. Getting leads is the easiest part of growing a mortgage business, right? Everything else, converting the leads, getting the applications, like working the loans, everything else is harder than getting the leads, okay? I'm going to show you exactly what you have to do in order to be able to copy what we've done, generating hundreds of leads for less than $2 each. All right, so first thing I recommend is to partner with a realtor, okay? I like to partner with realtors because we can actually get them to pay for the ads. I mean, what's better than free leads, right? I mean, I know that we all love referrals and everything. Internet leads and paid ads are great for generating leads as well, but they're even better if the realtors give you the money so you don't have to go spend your own money, right? And that's why you want to partner with a realtor, because I like to run listings as an ad. The truth is that nobody wants a mortgage, right? Everybody wants a house. Everybody loves looking at houses. Nobody wants to talk about a mortgage until they absolutely need a mortgage, okay? I mean, it's just a very boring topic that doesn't apply to 99% of people in the world, right? I mean, at any given time, maybe more, maybe 99 point something percent. So, but if you run houses as an ad, everybody likes looking at houses, right? This is going to be an easier way to get people to opt in, give you their information, and be able to build a big database of leads. So I like to partner with a realtor because they will pay for the ads, and you can also have the realtor be, calling the leads, helping you to convert the leads, referring the leads back over to you. So there's other value besides just their money, right? But we can partner with a realtor. We can run a house as run a listing. Excuse me. We can run a listing as an ad because that's what we know people actually want to see. When you run Facebook ads, there's a few different options that you have in order to get their information. Okay, so obviously you could go and send them to a landing page, and you could have a form on that landing page. You could send them to some type of a survey where they go and fill out a survey on a external URL, like a domain somewhere else. Or you could have them use the built-in internal Facebook lead forms, which is my preference, okay? Leads are going to be way more affordable if you can keep them on Facebook, because every time you make somebody do more clicks, more hoops they have to jump through, it only makes sense that the leads are going to get more expensive, right? I mean, every time, the easier you make it, the more people are going to complete the process, you're going to get leads the cheapest, okay? So that's my preference, is quantity over quality when it comes to getting homebuyer leads and, getting everybody into my database. But for every one lead that you generate on Facebook, you're going to have 5 people that click your ad, maybe even more, sometimes up to 8 people that are going to click your ad in order to get one person to fill out the form. And that's not a bad thing. That's just what the math is, okay? Because only 10, maybe 20% of the people who fill out your form or who click on the actual ad are going to complete the form. The reason I'm telling you that is because it's good to know, right, that for every one person that you actually get their full information, 5 or 10 people clicked on your ad. Now, Facebook knows who they are, okay? They won't tell us who they are, so we're never going to get those people's names or their Facebook profile. I mean, that would be amazing, right, if they would give us that, but they don't give us any of that information, but they know it. And so you can create a custom audience of people who clicked on your ad, and now you can start showing them, in marketing terms, what's called retargeting or remarketing. It's like those ads that follow you around on the internet. So now you can start doing that, right? And you can start building a relationship with the people that were obviously interested in your ad enough to click on the ad. But for whatever reason, even, some of those people didn't give us their information. That could just be as simple as the fact that they don't want us to call them, right? They don't want us to have their phone number. And so, again, the 4 or 5 or 8 people that clicked on the ad but didn't submit the form, we can build a relationship with them also, so that whenever it comes time for them to get a mortgage, you're going to be the natural choice. You know, that's the whole point of doing the retargeting. So we just run like a few ads a day, $1 a day, you know, something like that. Nothing crazy. And just enough to be able to build a relationship, be present, be in their news feed, you know, just be around on the internet when they're around on the internet, right? So that's the whole goal of the retargeting. And so, you know, it's cool to know that you're going to be getting leads. You know, if you're spending $11 a day, which is my recommendation, you know, you're going to get 2 to 4 leads a day. And then in addition to those 2 to 4 leads, you're putting 10, 20, 30 people into a retargeting audience that we can go out and continue to build a relationship with. Okay, last thing is you have to call the leads, all right? I'm a huge fan of automation. I believe in automation. I use automation. But at the end of the day, it's going to be the human-to-human contact, and the phone calls are what's going to drive the majority of the business, okay? Sure, you can rely on automation. You can just kick back and let your CRM do its thing, or obviously if you're using Complete LO, you can use our processes and, the automation drips and everything that's inside of there. And some people are going to convert out from that automation. But if you want to have the very best chance at converting the leads, you're going to have to call the leads. It's just a fact, okay? If you're not willing to call the leads yourself, no big deal. Again, it's why I recommend partnering with a realtor. Let them do it, okay? Let the realtor call the leads. Or if you have realtors paying for your ads, you could take your money and you could invest it into an inside sales agent, right? So like my brother Brian, he has a couple of options at $500 or $1,000 a month, and his team will just call your leads and convert the leads for you into what we call mini applications. But you're going to have to you're going to have to call the leads, okay? You're going to have to get on the phone and call them. Do it yourself, have a realtor do it, or hire an inside sales agent. You could get somebody from America. I like using Mexican inside sales agents, and we kind of have a really specific type of person that we're looking for when it comes to that, so that their accent is really good and everything like that. But getting leads is the easy part. I've showed you the proof already here. I'm getting leads for less than $2 a piece. You can do the same thing. You can just copy me. All right. If you want to learn what we're doing, we have our ads inside of Complete LO. If all you care about is ads, if you want like a full community and support structure and other things to do to grow your business, then obviously that's what we're doing inside the Legion of Loan Officers. So anyways, hope this was helpful. If you're not already subscribed, do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, let me know what was your biggest takeaway from this video, or if you have ideas for other videos. I love getting ideas and feedback from the community. So thank you so much for being here. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.